How's everyone doing out there in the YouTube lands? Welcome to another episode of Faded Workshop. So, how are you doing today, Sierra?
Pretty good. A little tired. I got my first vaccine shot a couple days ago. Honestly, I'm not feeling any other symptoms other than just being sleepy. I know everybody's different. My poor partner, he actually had to be sent home today because he's feeling sick. But yeah, I feel okay, and I'm just glad that we're taking initiative. And for the record, for everyone out there wondering, what kind do I get? Blah blah blah. I mean, a lot of people I know, that both of us know, have different reactions to different brands. It really depends on the person.
So, which one did you get?
We both got the Moderna.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, I've just been sleeping a lot.
That's what happened to me. I got really sleepy for a couple days afterward. My asthma acted up a little bit more than usual, but it's calmed down again. So yeah, everybody make sure you get poked, get the vaccine, and go after that. Play with your partner. Get poked in 2 ways. Once you're safe. So let's let our panel on. So let's introduce our lovely guests. So let's bring on Conspiracies first. How are you doing, Conspiracies?
I'm great, thanks. Happy to be here, as usual.
Yes, we are glad to have you on again. It's going to be a fun day talking. Well, not all of it's going to be fun, but we're going to try to make as much fun out of this topic as we can. So next I'm going to bring on Raisin. So how are you doing?
I can't complain all that much. How about you, sweetie?
I'm alive. Like I've been telling everybody, Dick kept me up late last night working on show settings. Yeah, Dick Dawson for
I mean, I've been there, girl.
Yeah, but we were working on settings for things and show ideas, and so soon we'll be working with the iNetwork on shows and game nights and thingies that we'll be announcing soon. I don't want to say too much because it was 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was drunk, so I don't remember everything. So I don't want to say something that we didn't agree on. So we'll be talking about that soon. So let's bring on our next guest. Say hello, Tusk.
Hello, Tusk.
I love doing that. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been on the show. So.
Yeah, we missed you.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you on because you're our legal expert for today. If I can put it that way.
Oh yeah. For anybody that doesn't know me, like it hasn't met me before, I'm a lawyer in the UK, in Scotland specifically. And so today I'll be going over some legal issues and trying to put them into plain speech rather than legalese, which can be confusing.
Exactly, and we'll have questions about how legal some of these laws are, or if some laws have been proposed. So we'll talk about if they can actually go through, if they're actually legal enough, because I think there's 31 states that are doing. I don't know. We'll get to it in a minute.
There is a lot of,
and we appreciate that extra
there is a lot of grandstanding.
Knowledge on the social aspect, in the surgical aspect that we'll get to later. But
there is a lot of grandstanding by potential candidates for the Senate who just want to put themselves out there. And they propose malformed laws which have got no chance of ever becoming legislation.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweetie, grandstanding is what half of our Congress does anyways.
Yes, I know. It's, we'll get into the circus of that later on, I think.
Yeah, so let's bring on our last but not least guest, Et. So how are you? You're muted. Oh.
Muted, yeah.
No muting.
Is that how you pronounce your name? Because I've been calling you Eki.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm not offended that easily about anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
challenge
just
accepted.
I just shorten it. I end up shortening it. So
Okay.
if yeah, Etsy, yeah. Always forget.
I mean, I don't mind because it was Tusket, so it would make sense for it just to be Et, but I kind of like Etty too, so I get the best of both worlds when people call me different things.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, I'm going to call you Etty too from now on.
Some people
And
call
I'll
me
fuck you
Sierra, some
up,
people
so I will.
call me Ciara.
That,
Some people
yes.
call me Serena.
So,
Oh God.
can I just ask, convince me conspiracies? How would you prefer to be addressed? Because that's a bit of a mouthful.
Oh, you can call me Jay. So people call
Jay?
me Jay. Yeah.
Okay, Jay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna keep calling you conspiracies if that's okay with you.
I like
I
it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
It's usually longer than I normally say for a nickname for somebody. I usually try to shorten it as much as possible. But I like saying
Sometimes when you say
conspiracies.
conspiracy, I don't like quite catch.
Yeah,
I think you're actually about to talk about a conspiracy.
Do you know what? It's a new name, and it's kind of I've adopted it quite quickly.
So I'm just gonna stick with JJ.
I just noticed that somebody who's rare to be in the chat is here. Taddy Bogle is here.
Taddy
So everybody say hi to Taddy. Wow, hey, welcome.
It's the Totty Bagel.
Yeah. So let's really quick say hi to everybody in the side chat. Of course, Demon Orb was here first, so everyone say hi to Demon.
Hi, Demon.
And then Chrismer and Dirk Squirrels.
Of course, I have to say hi to my pet. Hi, sweetie.
Yes, and then Lee, Carl of the Squirrels, and Clockwork Rex. And that looks like everybody. So if there's anybody else in the side chat, say hi to us. We want to know you're there.
And feel free to comment and stuff, because that's really the point of all this, is creating a dialogue around stuff that we find interesting or are passionate about. So don't be shy.
We're not. So, oh, geez, there's a skydiver Tanner in the side chat.
Oh, hello, Tanner.
Oh,
And
hi, sweetie.
Ida Martinez is a name I don't recognize.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Ida.
Hey, Tanner, I demand updates on the aquarium.
Fish?
Yes.
Are you
Tanner has an aquarium.
Are you changing something in your aquarium there, Tanner? Yeah, let us
No,
let
I
us
just
know.
demand updates to make sure that the fishies are doing okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. He has a lovely fish tank for sure.
Oh my God, he has a beautiful aquarium. So does Mr. Morton.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Nielsen.
Yeah,
And that's a science in itself, like just all the pH and the.
Yeah, that's the reason why I enjoy looking at aquariums. I myself can never try it. Like, I grew up around them, and I saw how much work my stepdad put into them, and no. No, I don't have the time. I have 2 little kids and pets and toys, and no.
That's a few years ago.
I might be
wanted
adopting
to
a couple more cats.
A few years ago, I wanted to set up
injury
a.
is the most maintenance she's ever been.
What was that, Tess?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go on, Sarah.
Oh, like my cat getting injured is the most maintenance she's ever been, and I'd really feel comfortable taking on a couple more. Like that's kind of come up. One of the girls from the eye specialist is wanting to get rid of a pair, and I'm like, they're pretty low maintenance, and like I feel like, you know what I mean? It's not like having a fish tank. Like you get what you put in as far as, like affection and earning their trust, And yeah.
See, I've always been a dog. I've always been a dog girl myself. Dogs have always just been easier for me. My other pet, Roxy, she's always had cats for her entire life, so she's enjoyed them. Fish are the one thing that just kind of like elude me. Like I've tried to take care of them, and I just no. I shouldn't be allowed to have fish. I like looking at them and they're pretty.
The only fish I had in my life, I got a betta fish, and I was dating a Brazilian guy at the time, and I named him Jean. And yeah, he died. But I just didn't feel like a connection. I mean, of course I was sad, but I just didn't feel like a connection. Like with cats, people, I mean, I like dogs and cats. Like
oh yeah, no, cats and dogs both.
People that don't like cats, like have all these reasons, but I really like that you earn their trust and you earn their love, and it takes time, and you have to have like a good heart and a good soul. And they don't need you, but they love you.
Yeah, that's how her cat Bowie is.
Loves me.
Her cat Bowie absolutely loves coming over to her and laying on her and everything. Like she'll take a nap and her cat will actually like lay on her hip or on her back and just sleep with her the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's adorable. I love it. And whenever I go to sleep, I have my Lita. She'll curl up into my back. Or when I have my Zebby, he always laid right in front of me. He was a big teddy bear for me. So cats and dogs have always been a special thing for me. I love looking at fish, and being down in Florida kind of helps me see the really, really pretty ones. But at the same time, I don't understand how to do pH and everything like that. So I just end up killing them. Unfortunately, I had a betta. We named it Sashimi, and then it kind of passed away after like 2 months.
Fish and I have got an agreement. I don't try to keep them; they don't die.
I'm sorry.
See, exactly.
It's worked out well for both of us.
Well, all right. Enough about our pets. Let's get into it.
So we're gonna go over national holidays for today. I'm a little up in the air about this first one being a holiday. So biological clock day. I don't know if I like that that's a holiday. Should you be reminding people that you're ticking down with your time and you need to start making kids? Like, I don't know if we need to push that in the world right now.
We don't even need any more people. There's already too many people.
That's what I'm saying.
Weren't we just talking not long ago about the world being overpopulated and we're all going to die?
Ever optimistic, my love.
Well, that's essentially what's going to happen. We have to work out the food to people ratio, and we don't need more people. We need more food.
Yeah, and with climate change, or trying to change that, and then the health of the universe. Let's just put it that way. We need to focus more on that.
To be a parent and like take in a kid when the time is right, but I don't really. There's too many people. Sorry.
Yeah, you should make adoption easier.
That doesn't mean I don't want to be a mom, but there's too many freaking people.
Adoption should be more like going to an animal. Oh, I can't even say it. An animal shelter.
Yeah.
I like that one. The one with the nice spots. And you take it home and let it run around the yard or whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
Oh, but sweetie, I like the one with the blue eyes, not the one with the spots.
Well, you could probably find one with blue eyes and spots. Go to a different shelter.
Oh my god.
So let's all forget about our biological clock day. How about let's do that one?
Yeah,
next one is clean comedy day. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I understand the individual words you just spoke, but I don't understand them together.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Read.
Yeah, is that one of those 3 words like grid references or something? I don't. It tells you where you are in the world, but it doesn't mean anything beyond that.
I think some jokes that are clean is very funny.
But only said from a voice like yours.
I understand. If you're like super Christian, if you have little kids or something, but it's like it's kind of like Christian rock. Like,
oh god, that's the most awful
like
thing.
how great you are as a musician. It still kind of sucks.
So really quick, I want to say hello. Everyone say hello to our favorite foreign leader, Kim Jong Un.
no. I mean,
Say hi.
Hi, Kim Jong Un. How is Kim Jong Il doing?
I hope things are great over your way. Yeah. So
Wait. You know,
over in
your
Korea, you know.
neighborhood.
Anyways, next up is Denim Day. So give your favorite pair of jeans some love, I guess.
I don't own any pants.
I don't know if I own any
that don't
blue
fit
jeans.
me. Oh, I have a
Yeah.
denim jacket I like, or a denim.
I have blue
vest.
jeans.
We should have a
I
double
don't like-
denim day.
no.
Have
We need
a double
denim.
denim, white cowboy boots and a mullet.
No.
Okay, all you did is describe like half of Florida.
I know.
God,
That's exactly what I had in mind.
what do they
That's
call it?
lame. All you
What's
did
her
is
name?
describe half of Florida.
What's that? Frog the bounty hunter's wife that wears those fingerless gloves with the big fingernails poking out of them.
Did you just say frog? Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
Tusk, I love you. Thank you.
I refuse to call him by his
Something.
chosen name. He's got a mullet, for fuck's sake.
Jeez.
Hey, that's business up front, party in the back. Or at
Oh,
least that's what I've been
yeah.
told my entire life. It still looks like trash.
What do they call it? A Canadian tuxedo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that that's wearing all denim, right?
Justin Timberlake.
No.
I'm all for National Double Denim Day.
No.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so this is a very interesting next day. It's not just poetry reading day. It's great poetry reading day.
Now, is that reading great poetry, or is it great as in a big poetry reading day? Like this is the great poetry reading day.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good poetry. It's just it's the great day of poetry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Subjective. Blah blah blah. So
I really like the punk poet.
John Cooper Clarke.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
John Cooper Clarke.
Okay, I think I know who you're speaking
John
about.
Cooper Clarke.
Yeah, he's very UK centric. If you don't understand like Cockney rhyming slang, you won't understand these poems.
I've been known to
so-
read Paradise Lost on a regular basis. Don't judge me.
Wait, whoa. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I thought it said internal oral pay it forward day, and I was like, what the?
What?
Sorry, it's international, right? International pay it forward day. Is that what I'm reading?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I totally read internal oral pay it forward day.
Oh, I like that.
Woo, that's kinky.
That's quite specific.
Pay it
Yeah,
forward.
exactly.
You probably need some like special trousers for that.
Yeah.
Do I need a license?
Yeah, you need to get a
Yeah,
permit.
you probably do. And,
Do I need
And
a
a bo-
permit?
need a permit and a bottle of bleach for afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. And a cleanup crew.
I mean,
You got to get the permit to shut down the whole street. You got to shut down the whole street, and then
Wait,
Who
you get
comes up
permits
with
for
this
that? We
crap?
just do that for fun.
yeah.
Who comes up with National Blueberry Pie Day and shit like that?
Wait, National Blueberry Party actually sounds like fun to me.
No.
Yes. So that's
I know-
one of the next ones.
Yeah, I know it's a big
Guide dog
American
day?
thing, like, key lime pie and blueberry pie, but it's shit.
Okay, Tusk, don't you even dare start in on the key lime pie. That is a national treasure down here in Florida.
It
Ew.
tastes like shit.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. Just don't start in on it.
Okay, so before we get to National Blueberry Pie Day, there's International Guide Dog Day.
Yay!
Wait, aren't those the puppies that you get to pet?
No, the ones you can't pet.
Yeah, I don't touch those ones.
Did I say
And they're
guide
always
dog
super
or did I say
cute.
guard?
everyone
Did I say
freaked
guide?
out because
Yeah.
of the emotional. I mean, and I totally get that. but I feel like there's way too many people taking advantage of the whole emotional support pet. I mean, like, what is my emotional support pet? But I'm not
Oh
gonna
no,
go
sweetie, that's
complain.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
okay.
that's how
Just
it
turn
works.
your partner into an emotional
No.
support pet. That's what I did to
Yeah,
both of
but
mine.
guide pets is a different thing. Like, actually, my stepmom used to train guide pets, not for blind people, but for particularly kids with really severe allergies. So these dogs were trained to she had like a little box and she would put a peanut in it because some kids, if there's even like peanut particles in the air, they could have a reaction. And they like hide in the house and this dog would go and find it. So it was more stuff like that. And I thought that was like really freaking cool. But she had to quit eventually because she got too attached to the dogs. So every time she had to like give a dog back after training, she'd be like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
See, my we had a therapist in my house. She was my mom's therapist, but she also worked. She went to places like she helped my mom leave the house because she had agoraphobia, and she also went into hospitals to people who have had strokes and to sit and pet and cuddle them. And I mean, who doesn't want to pet a big fluffy husky?
Yeah.
And how will that not make you feel better?
Oh, that makes me
Yeah.
feel better every single time.
Unless you're allergic to dogs.
Well, unless you're allergic to
Oh
dogs.
no, I'm allergic to dogs. I just take the allergy medicine beforehand and then go give the puppy huggles.
I just wear a
I don't
body
care. I
condom.
suffer the irritated eyes and the barely able to breathe. I just take the puff off of my albuterol and I will huggle that crap out of that doggy.
Yeah.
I spoke to my I have 4 brothers. I spoke to my middle brother. It's complicated. And sometimes, especially if he's been drinking or something, he'll be like, I'll talk about my cat, and he's like, I don't like cats because I'm allergic. He's also autistic, so. But since my cat got injured, he's been actually like super sensitive and nice. And when I talked to him the other day, he was like, I was like, she's doing so good, and he's like, you know what? I feel really bad, like reacting just because she's a cat. I know how much she means to you, and even though I don't like cats, I want her to be good so that you're good because you love her. And I was like, ah.
So really quick, I want to read this out. Taddy says no one wanted to pet his emotional support tiger. I wonder why. I don't know. I might not want to pet it either. And then, of course, Skydiver Tanner says that he has a pet snake that we can all pet. So
I got excited for a moment.
Wait, no, that pet snake of yours, Tanner, is that also the same one that Chase might happen to have?
Ooh, I like that question. You'll have to answer that. Is it the same pet snake or is it a different one? Or never mind. We'll talk about that in the after party.
Is it even a reptile?
And what type of snake is it? So I know the length and girth. I mean, how big it is. Never mind. So let's get back to what we were talking about. So next was National Blueberry Pie Day. And I did a tiny bit more research into this, and I found this. What that actually entails. So let's see. So it says most of the world's blueberries are grown in North America, where they're native, I guess. I didn't know that they were native to the Americas. And then it talks more about blah, 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 how they make a pie, I guess. And then it says right here, how to observe National Blueberry Pie Day. So to celebrate it, you're going to go to a cafe or a diner or pick one up at a bakery or make your own. So that is how you celebrate National Blueberry Pie Day. And as I looked up, there's no sponsors for this. So I do not know how it became an observed holiday. So that's very interesting. So there we go. We know a little bit about National Blueberry Day, I guess.
It's the big diner conspiracies.
Oh,
Very yeah, definitely. So let's get back to this window, and then the next one up. Go ahead.
I was going to say, is it true that, in America, the people leave pies on their windowsill to chill? Because I'd be like right in there stealing pies. That would be another way to get blueberry pies.
So
God, I really hope nobody is actually doing that anymore.
So since the pie robbers, since there were so many of those, they're stealing the pies off the windowsills. They don't do that anymore because
Wait, they were robbing them? Because every single time I left a pie out, it just had a hole in it whenever it came back with white stuff all over it. I don't know why.
But flies.
Yeah, no.
Vomit on it.
You put a pie out on the window to cool down, it's just going to get flies all over it.
Yeah, exactly.
And they vomit and then eat the vomit off the pie.
Oh, no.
Yummy. So there, back in the day, there were these things that they used to make, which was, it was a cabinet that had mesh doors. And what they would do is they'd open them up and they put the pies in there and they'd close them. And they were called pie cooling something. And that's how they used to cool the pies back in the day, were in these little wooden cabinets that had mesh fronts so that the animals couldn't get in there to get to the pies.
That just sounds overly convoluted. The last time I made a pie, I just took it out of the oven, put it right next to the oven until it was done.
Yeah.
I didn't need any special wooden box with a screen on it and put outside on my window ledge.
Just have hot pie.
Like those things, like those.
No, like conspiracy's right on that one. Just have hot pie. Take a doll of ice cream, put it on the hot pie, and have yourself some nice treat.
That's like the same concept. Like, when they had the old timey, they believe that like babies needed air. So you see like black and white pictures.
Oh my God! And they were like 10 stories up in the air.
Cages. Like, I'll just leave my baby on this cage, like attached to my window, like.
No lie, like I wouldn't put a bird out into one of those cages, and they were putting babies just to like play around and get fresh air.
Just looking at the pictures makes me freak out. And I'm not even a mom, but you know what I mean. Like, I feel like all women, even if you're not a mom, like if you give a shit about kids and you see kids in danger or whatever,
if you just value human life, period.
Yeah, like if I see someone hurting a kid, I'm like,
Okay, so this is one of the pie cooling cabinets.
That's just a cabinet someone's repurposed.
It's like,
no,
thank you, conspiracy.
The mesh in the front is supposed to be like why that was made that way. Let me see.
Whoever made that many pies, it would need an entire cabinet.
Some lady that was on the church board or some shit.
They just claim that pie makers had these so that insects couldn't get into them while their pies were cooling, I guess. Is what they say.
If you have a pie shop, that actually does make sense.
I don't know. Those kind of pie things just seem more like first world problems of the time.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, definitely. And then I'll just share this really, really fast as a pseudo example of what I was speaking about. I mean, I'm insane, but I'm trying to prove that I'm not completely insane. I mean, I am, but I mean, you know. So on the right, the close-up and old-fashioned pie safe. So that's what one of the versions look like. And then if you look at the over on the left, there's a couple other ones like this one was a popular one. They used to put the chicken wire on the front. But you're right, Tusk. It really is just a cabinet that they just put a front on so that air could go through it.
Yeah, but see the one with the chicken wire, anything smaller than a chicken could fit in there.
I know. No, I know. I hear you. I hear you.
But like I said, I mean, if you're like a pie shop owner, and I guess that was a thing.
Yeah.
At a certain time. Okay, I can see that.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get
another way of like storing and cooling, because you can't, like, even if you did have refrigeration at the time, which was rare, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
There's still a health code thing, like even now, where you have to. I don't know if it's different in Europe. So
you can only have so many bugs inside of food before it becomes
Actually, that's true.
To a certain point, and then you have to immediately refrigerate it. So
there was a law
passed that point where bacteria grows.
Yeah. There was a law passed in the UK, relatively recently, with regards to the amount of blood and pus that could be in pasteurized milk.
Yeah,
it went from 1% to 3%. Because of the intensity of factory farming. It meant that the cattle had to be pumped full of more antibiotics.
Oh, okay.
But they couldn't keep infection under control without spoiling millions of gallons of milk. So they raised how much bacteria, blood, and pus and antibiotics could be in supermarket shelf milk. I think if people knew that, they'd probably stop buying it. Really.
If people knew how much allowance of things are allowed in food, they probably wouldn't eat a lot of things. But I try not to think about that after I learned a bunch of those facts.
Yeah, same. I had to have a I'm glad I have an awareness, but at the same time, I'm like, now that I have some food benefits, which is actually pretty rare here in the US. I've never been on it until now. I feel like, well, if we're paying for it anyways, I can actually feel okay spending a little more buying organic or non-hormone stuff. You know, I've tried to go vegetarian or vegan at certain points in life, and I feel crappy. Well, I was raised on game meat and stuff, and like fats and game meat and whatever, but everything we ate was for the most part natural. So I'm used to that. So as long as I don't eat processed stuff,
yeah,
I feel good.
I found out that vegans taste horrible. So I won't eat a vegan again. Never mind.
These taste weird.
Slim, can you scroll down?
They're a bit gamey.
One.
Yeah.
Just if you scroll down that little thing there. Now there's one. The one in the bottom right-hand corner. World Day for Safety and Health at Work. Surely that's every day.
World Day for Safety and Health at Work.
Every now and again, it takes a day off.
I want that to be every single day.
Isn't
I don't want that to be once a year.
That's great.
So you go into work and go, right, okay, today, we're going to be health and safety conscious. But and with my flamethrower and what the fuck?
Yeah, you got a tank, you got a rocket launcher and all that. And it's like
a couple of chainsaws and a blindfold.
Yeah, and it's like safety day. Never mind. Put them away tomorrow.
I have to wait till casual Friday before I bring my chainsaw back.
Everyone's like,
imagine that
all this dangerous stuff. It's working health. What is it?
World Day of Health. Safety and health at work.
Yeah, that.
You know what would be funny is saying that at the sideshow. Taking that to our job. Health and safety day. Oh wait, should I eat the light bulb? Do I eat the light bulb today or
directly
no
opposite
one's looking
that?
after your health.
Directly opposite is Workers' Memorial Day, where we remember all the people who died at work. Well,
Well, that's
maybe if they had Health and Safety Day, that might not have happened.
Well, that's what's great is like right next to it is the Workers' Memorial Day, which is the day of mourning of dead and injured workers. It's like, oh, geez,
If
seriously, you put all
only,
this
if only they implemented Health and Safety Day on
before.
time. Jesus.
If they would have only done this yesterday,
Yeah.
then there wouldn't be. Oh,
somebody hasn't thought this through.
No, they have not. Okay, let's go through just a couple other ones right quick. So International Noise Awareness Day is an awareness for hearing loss. I had to look it up. Stop Food Waste Day. So remember, use your food as a sex toy first and then eat it. National Cubicle Day. What the fuck is that? Like, seriously, National Cubicle Day? Like, do they seriously need to make a holiday for that bullshit?
See, in the
cubicle.
in the UK, a cubicle is what we call a toilet stall.
It is. Yeah.
Wait, can I say something about the hearing impaired?
Yeah, of course.
I think I might have mentioned it a couple weeks ago when
Sorry, can you say that again?
did my thing at Saks, and someone invited me to their table, and we were all wearing masks and stuff, and like, you know, distance. But I was speaking to this deaf girl who, like, I know a little bit of signing, but she could also read lips, and also her boyfriend was there to kind of help things along. And I thought that was kind of cool. Like, some of my friends were like, "Oh, you can't connect with people because of the social distance and masks and da da da." Like, I thought it was really cool that she understood, like, my weird combination of the little signing I knew and my and lip reading, and I made a friend, and I could tell, like and like, this is not a brag, but it made me feel good because, you know, I'm trying to get back out there. I've been kind of a bit of a hermit lately, so it was nice to make a friend, and I could tell she felt the same way, and I don't know, it felt cool. Like, you don't always need, like, to talk a bunch.
Yeah, there's so many other ways to communicate. Go ahead, Tess.
I was at my doctor on Monday because I suffer from vertigo, which is a horrible fucking thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It feels like I'm on a roller coaster, just sitting down.
Yeah.
But she did some hearing tests on me, and one of them, I wasn't sure what she had planned, but she brought out a tuning fork that had a flat base, right? Like, you know, you know, she hit it and she placed it on my forehead, right? So the vibrations went straight to my ears. I forgot what what it's called, my eardrums.
Yeah.
To see if I could hear them both. I could hear it in both ears at the same time, or if one was louder than the other, and so on. I thought, surely we've come further than this in medicine. And you just hit a chunk of metal and stick it on my head to see if I've gone deaf. There must be a better way than that.
There's probably some
to watch this movie.
Well, actually, I hate to say it, Tusk, but that's
metal. It's about a, like, rock drummer that he.
Oh yeah, it's Brother Omar.
But,
yeah, it's really good.
Don't tell me anything, because I haven't watched it.
It's actually very good. But he's a brilliant actor.
But, like, legitimately, sometimes the older stuff is actually a little bit better. But I understand what you're kind of saying with that, though.
Yeah, it was just got it. It was what equipment that was available, because it's not like an audio clinic or anything like that. It's a GP office, a general practitioner's office.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, at least we've progressed a lot farther than we used to back in the day. I know that my father-in-law was telling me that when he had to have his diabetes checked, the doctor actually had to taste it. The
Yeah.
urine. That
Yeah,
is.
yeah, taste it for sugar.
No, the doctors actually had to taste the urine to see if it was sweet or not, and that's how they
Yeah.
tested if you were
Ew.
diabetic.
Yeah.
Imagine your
That's a real
doctor.
thing.
Can you just think about your doctor looking you in the eye, licking your piss out of a little cup you just peed in?
Actually,
look
it's not.
Eye contact.
Ew.
Serious
It
eye
is
contact.
no. Oh my god.
No, that's crazy.
And then just going,
So I'm not.
Anyways, let's move on.
I'm not
Okay.
kink shaming those doctors, but I think they kind of liked it. I mean, never mind. We'll talk about that
So,
later.
shall we move on to the main meat of the day then?
Almost. The one last thing is National Superhero Day. So yay, National Superhero Day.
Well, that's good. That's good that they've got a day just for me. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. National Tusk Day. Exactly. There you
I'm a
go.
goddamn superhero.
right. I'm not going to feed into your ego.
And then the last
Tusk,
one.
no, you know that the real superhero is you should be valuing her a lot more.
Actually, I think you'll find we've found X value. It's $37 because I put it on eBay, and that's what that was the highest bid. I know exactly X's value.
Why did I not know of this?
See, you're at
I
least
definitely
one.
have $38.
It was too late now. It was a private listing on Wednesday.
38. Wait, that's pretty cheap. I thought we were going. Never mind. Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
No, for
sorry,
it's definitely 38,000.
That's
okay.
hourly rate.
Okay.
I feel very attacked.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh God, no!
And he
Not
was
that.
one
What?
too.
Not
Okay,
not Shep Smith. No.
So today's topic is transgender rights and legality and other things that we're going to be talking about today. So really quick, here is a video about what legislation they've already been speaking about in the Americas this year. And then we'll see how many have actually tried to go through with legislation, how many proposing it, and then we will talk with the Tusk about how legal this stuff is and if they can actually go through with some of this stuff, because actually some of the things they're proposing are pretty outlandish. So let's go ahead and watch.
Hey, what about the Power Force?
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, well, yeah, we can do that right quick. Let's get into something funny really quick.
Since we're in a goofy mood, so
Sure.
I spoke to Slim about this yesterday. Okay, so in my sleepy stupor, because I've been like basically asleep for like 2 days. I'm one of those assholes that I like just dumb background TV or whatever. And I had Workaholics on. I don't watch that a lot, but that's one of my like go to sleep, just whatever bullshit. And one of the guys, he was ripping up a phone book, and he was like, "I'm the Lord Force," and it like had this weird freaking flashback to this group that I saw as a very small child that doesn't. I mean, it's more like bodybuilder stuff, but their showmanship and whatever is not too unlike me and Slim.
Yeah.
They just kind of, it's more like bodybuilder stunt, like
So-
strongman.
So yeah, what they do is they mimic the strongman acts from back in the day, but then they put it to, how would you put it, Sierra? They what theme do they kind of use?
They're like, the Lord gives us strength, But it also kind of reminded me, I was like, well, so the first time I saw them live, the only time I saw them live, I was little, and I remember I told you this yesterday. I was kind of sick that night. Like, I was sick to my stomach. I think I threw up at the end of the night. Not like during the show or anything, but it kind of reminded me of when you first saw like Jim Rose or whoever you saw. Like, I was like, I had like one of those moments like
Epiphany.
that was really cool. I was like about to throw up, and I was like, "No, I'm good," and insisted on seeing the show, and it's actually pretty cool.
Okay, well, let's watch it, and then we'll speak a little bit about it after we see. Because I don't think anybody probably understands what we're speaking about yet. And then afterwards, we'll talk about how both of us know about it. And I'm guessing that Raisin may have heard of this, but may not know until they see it. So
I was shocked that you heard about it, and I was shocked to hear it on like a television show, and I was like,
because they
roll the tape, baby.
Yeah, well, because they do the strongman stuff, and I've been debunking Christian and religious stuff for a while. I heard about it when I was a kid, and then I was reintroduced to it later when I started debunking things. So,
and I'm like a casual Christian. Don't hate me, but like, these guys are just like steroid, or they're still on steroids, just like milking the church, which is also not cool, but their show is cool.
So R.I.P. Michael Collins. I thought I heard that earlier today or yesterday. I don't remember 100% who that is. Yeah. I want to say I thought they were an entertainer of some kind. Does anybody remember?
Michael Collins?
Yeah. Anyways, let's watch this so we can get to the subject, because we're already 47 minutes in and we haven't even gotten to the subject.
Just quickly, Michael Collins is one of the Apollo 11 astronauts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. He was like, yeah, okay, that's correct. I forgot. Yeah. Thank you.
You do not own the right to this music.
That a kid like me can take his mic around the world and flash the big ass ding.
Yeah, we're not going to get copyrighted for that music. No, I'm not getting copyrighted for Kid Rock.
Sad.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
As soon as I heard the voice, I was like, oh God, I'm not getting copyrighted for that. So what these gentlemen do is they take the old school strongman acts that they used to do, and pretty much is what they did in the 70s and 80s, right before Sideshow died, the strongman act. So that big balloon thing they were blowing up is a water, one of those water heater thingy balloons. I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head. And then
water bottle.
I know.
Yeah. That's what they were blowing up. And then, of course, they're ripping phone books in half. And then they were doing that's easy as crap. The only thing that sucks is when those rebar break, they fucking smack you in the face and stuff. But I can do all of what he just did. It's not
strong, and I can bend rebar.
Yeah, and I think it was Enigma that was like having us do that at one time. And then they were breaking the bricks and all this fun stuff. And the way, they buy these bats that are made out of a certain type of wood and blah, blah, blah. But what they do is they claim that they're doing this in the name of Jesus and God and all that stuff. And that's why they're able to do this. But in reality, just like some of the fakirs in India and other countries, it's just all using physics to your advantage. You buy these bricks that are made a certain way that will crumble if you put pressure on them a certain way. Those bats were made out of something. I don't know why he's just running on. Oh, I see now. Okay. Which that's not hard to do. I mean, it's cool to watch. It's cool to watch.
There is a level of showmanship, but I'm.
Oh no, Miss Gray! All of this has been nothing but showmanship in my eyes.
This here is the reason for World Health and Safety at Work Day.
Yeah.
For real, and yes, you can use these like shortcuts and things, but the real thing is like, fakir style. doing it.
I'm not a Bible scholar, but I'm pretty sure
But
Jesus
they put
didn't
on a
say,
great show.
"Blessed are the the karate guys that run around smashing roofing slates."
Yeah.
It's
You might
all
have.
it's
Wait,
all
you're
a bit.
telling me Jesus didn't run around with his apostles doing this? Oh crap!
Well,
Dang it,
there actually is a movie where Jesus does that. He's like a kung fu fighter, and he has to fight the devil, and I like this. It's
Oh my
hilarious.
God.
Awesome.
If you know the name of that, please tell us because I want to look it up.
I'll
I
find
think
it. I'll link you to it later.
Kung Fu
I might
Jesus,
look
I'm
up-
there. I'm there. Kung Fu Jesus, I'm totally there. He'd be my Lord and Savior. I believe in Kung Fu
Oh, wait,
Jesus.
that's a Catholic thing.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's dad is really angry that I'm not Catholic. And
Well,
also
I wouldn't.
I'm a bit gay.
I wouldn't want to lick anybody's calf either. I don't want to be Catholic. Never mind. That's something different. Okay, so let's get to the first video that I wanted to show. I think this is it. There we go. Okay.
In Connecticut, advocates for transgender athletes have managed to run out the clock for now. A federal judge throwing out a lawsuit by Selena Soul and 3 other Connecticut student athletes.
No matter how hard we try and how hard we train, they will beat us.
Seeking to bar transgender females like Andrea Yearwood and Terry Miller from competing in girls' sports.
So you don't want to put the boys and not the girls. What are we? Are we not human like everybody else?
The judge not ruling on the merits of the case, but because the girls at the heart of it have graduated. Regardless, it set off a firestorm in state capitals across the country. Transgender athlete bans introduced in 31 states, signed into law so far in Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi.
Yeah. So out of the 31, there's only the 3 or 4 states that have tried to go through with this. So let's listen a little bit more, and then we'll talk about what we just saw.
This important piece of legislation will ensure that young girls in Mississippi have a fair, level playing field.
Opponents say the laws have no basis in science. Transgender females have no inherent physical advantage, especially since rules require hormone suppression therapy to qualify.
Our policies should be driven by facts and by science, not by fear.
They're hoping economic pressure might turn the tide. Soon after the NCAA threatened to pull events from states with bans, a bill in the Florida Senate died. Now the Human Rights Campaign is calling on the NCAA to follow through on its threats in other states.
Okay. Well, let's just go there because I have more videos to get through. I'm sure we can start talking about this. So really quick, I want to say before we let the panel talk, there is no study or nothing that proves that somebody who's transgender is going to beat the crap out of anybody who's not transgender in that sport. Once there is proof of that, then we'll talk about it. But there is no proof that anybody transgender is wiping the floor with in whatever sport or so that's just false. Let's have
somebody's hot micing really badly.
Okay.
Sounds like rubbing against material.
I'll mute just in case me.
Yeah, I keep hearing something as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. What was that, Sierra?
Oh, it was just a fuzz.
Okay.
It's not
Okay,
that bad.
it seems to have passed. I was talking to you about this earlier, Slim. There's Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Again, it's grandstanding because there's a financial hit they'll take that they're not prepared to take. I'll just actually get the figures up. I've got the figures here in front of me. In 1 moment, I had to scroll up a little bit. Yeah. So, oh crap! Hang on a second. I've scrolled past it and I've went up and down. Yeah. Alabama, Tennessee, in these places, they receive huge government grants for students, for tuition fees, and living expenses for people from underprivileged backgrounds and so on. And Joe Biden has already made a statement to say that anybody who tries to impose these anti-transgender laws will lose that funding. So that's fair enough. It's federal law. It's a mandate. But these governors, like who we just saw there in the Senate, Republicans and so on, know this is going to fail, and it's because the universities can't afford to take the hit of like $250 million. So what they're doing is appealing to the I don't know if you're aware of the phrase "gay panic."
Yeah.
Right. They're appealing to that religious right, sort of paranoia, like say, like, oh, that's a trans female is now in the female showers. It's they're a pervert, they're a predator. They're going to take up these sports like boxing for
Yeah, like
and because they were born a male, they have
they've
some
got
physical advantage,
this
and it's essentially
yes.
because America's so obsessed with college and high school sports that there's fears that you're essentially a ringer, that you're going to change gender and go through all of that process just so you can win some minor insignificant boxing trophy or get on a basketball team. But then when you look at the football coach and the basketball coach in these states are the highest paid public servant in the state. They get paid more than the fire chief, the chief of police. There's a huge amount riding on this. So it is grandstanding to a certain degree. These people know they're going to lose in the High Court or the Supreme Court, but they want to keep their seat in the Senate, so they have to appeal to these base instincts, But as Slim said, there is absolutely no study that's ever proven that transgender athletes have any physical advantage.
No, and even Tanner is right. Well, speaking out in chat, nowadays many of them are taking hormones before they even hit puberty, so there is no advantage to begin with to start off with.
There's another thing. That's another aspect to this legislation, which has been the human rights lawyers are up in arms about. They're trying to deny hormone suppressant treatment for minors, so they can't start the transition while they're at high school. So they have to wait until they're adults, which means they have to go through high school.
Well, the worst part is that there's also thousands of innocent boys and girls right now who are like 16 and 17 years old who just got done being told that although they've been on hormones for the past 2-3 years, are now not going to be allowed to have them. Period.
Yeah, or even change their minds. Like, and we kind of touched on this last week. I do, in a way, support like gender exploration, like totally, but I don't think people like young children should be, or like tweens, you know what I mean, should be on hormones.
Well, it's not they're on hormones, it's hormone suppressants.
Yeah, but also
so you don't go through
like school sports and stuff, like like, I know it's hard to tell, but I mean, I played sports and I gave it my all, but I'm fit, but I'm not that athletic. And there were girls like, that I'm still friends with on Facebook or whatever, that don't identify as male, but they were just like amazing athletes, more than me, and I tried my best, and I'm just, you know what I mean, like, your level of athleticism has nothing to do with gender. And being in sports made me realize that, like, I was friends with girls that were the first, like, my high school was one of the first to let girls play football here in the US. So, like,
the thing is though, Ciara,
like,
this thing,
everybody's different. Like,
this thing with focusing on the sports, it's an absolute red herring.
well, if they're
Because
using
it's just
sports as an excuse
it's
to
just
exclude
school
people
sports.
or
Yeah.
marginalize people,
No, it's not that at all. It's to give the idea to parents that their child has been disadvantaged somehow. You know, it's like your child lost that race. Oh well, that's because there was a transgender person in the race. We were cheated.
Yeah.
You know, that was taken from us. So all the Karens of the world can unite, you know, under the banner of we were cheated because my 4th grade kid didn't win the 100-meter dash, as if that matters in any way, shape, or form.
yeah, and that's some BS.
It's just to stir up trouble and bad feeling, and it's very deliberate and it's transparent. But the people who this is aimed at don't see it because their sense of entitlement is so strong.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, my daughter was the fastest girl in 4th grade, but now we've got a trans female. She's no longer the fastest. She's no longer special. She's been cheated. Something's been taken away.
No, well, you just said it right there, and that was the key word: special. They're no longer special. And the moment that you take away their specialness, they now no longer have meaning to their life, and they go through this existential thing and all this blah, blah, blah. And they don't just come to the realization that a human being is a human being. Every person has their perks and flaws. And you should just learn to freaking accept that you have a flaw.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be number one.
Like, since we're in this, I attempted to join the military for the sole reason that my parents didn't save enough money for me to go to college or finish college. So it was just like a money grab for me. I didn't give a shit. And I finished all the aptitude tests, everything, before all the boys, everybody. But then they got to the mental health thing, and I was like, and they were like, you know, no. And that broke my heart. But honestly, and I think that was kind of a blessing. Like, you gotta, I don't know. I feel weird, like, saying these things, not having kids, but I have nannied a lot and things, and had a different childhood.
Yeah.
And I think it all worked out for the best because I was meant to be an artist. I was meant to do this.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Raisin, I did find something about Florida. So we are going to talk about Florida. So let's watch this.
Can I
We're so
say
sorry.
something?
Oh, totally. Please go for it.
I'm just throwing out there that Convince Me does do sports, and her opinion on this would be good if you felt comfortable sharing.
Yeah, go for it. Conspiracies.
Yeah, I mean, I play roller derby. Those of you that know what that is, you'll know that it is a very sort of, or it is now, inclusive sport, especially from it's called men's roller derby. There's women's roller derby and men's roller derby, but men's roller derby is mixed, whereas women's is just purely for women. And up till quite recently, to be in like the league and part of the WFTDA, which is like the thing that incorporates it all, where the rules are made and things like that. If you was transgender, you had to provide like a blood analysis to say that you were on hormones and things like that. And in some respects, I kind of agree with it, because it does kind of prevent someone from going, I identify as female. And it sort of shades the rest of us that have sort of gone through all of this process. But at the same time, it sort of stops people that might not have quite got through the process. So they've since abolished that, which is good. It is a good thing. But I play on a men's mixed team anyway, so it doesn't really affect me that much. And to be honest, the women that play on the women's team, they range from 4'9" to 6'2", and bigger and heavier and stronger than I am. There is no competition. Like,
have you encountered any hostility from the women that roller? I mean, I know a few people who roller derby, and it's a very physical, quite a brutal sport. I don't understand the rules as far as I can see. It's going round in circles hitting people, which I'm all for, you know. But have you encountered any hostility if you've tried to join a women's team?
No,
not
at all. You do hear the odd stories of this and that in different leagues in different areas, and every now and again, a skater will sort of get outed as somebody that is against transgender and trans rights, and trans women are not women, and this, that, and the other, and but they usually, like, the entire community comes down on them.
If you're not comfortable, but what do you mean by outed?
Where let's say me and you had a conversation, and I had a problem with transgender people, and then you sort of went, "Whoa, hang on a minute, I'm not happy with this," and told everybody, and that tends to be what happens, and then that person will not be part of roller derby anymore because it just isn't accepted at all. It's so inclusive that we can't stand it. It's awful.
I don't know how it is in America, but in the UK, this is becoming more and more. I don't want to say popular. It's becoming more normalised that if someone does hold homophobic or anti-trans views, they are outed and they are named and shamed.
Yeah,
absolutely. Which I'm all for, but especially in something like a sports arena, where how does it, if it doesn't affect you? But if you're on a team with people who are LGBTQ+, how can you possibly be part of a team when you hold views that would marginalise your team members?
You really would be surprised with the amount of hate that can come to trans people in that community.
Oh yeah, I know.
I was gonna say, I hate to say it, Tusk, but over here in the United States, it's not as nice as it is over there in the UK. Even just going to pick up Chrissy from South Carolina, we went into just a hardware store or something like that, and they went in first, I went in behind them, and the moment everybody there saw me, literally every single person stopped doing what they were doing. They turned and stared at me like I was a unicorn. And no one said a single word. Chrissy went over. Actually, I had to ask them if they could just cut a key for them. We paid and we left. The only thing that was uttered was how much we owed them. Literally. And if the store had a good, 12, 14 people inside of it? And that was literally just 2 months ago. And that was them being polite. That was them actually just not saying anything directly right then and there.
Yeah.
I've had snide comments. I've had people be very rude to me. I've even had people point blank stare at me and go, "Are you a guy?" I'm literally wearing a skirt, bra, I have B-cup tits, everything like that. I'm wearing makeup. I'm in the most femme thing that you can think of, and they still will ask you audacious questions like that.
Yeah.
And those are the nice ones.
I get
the mean ones just throw stuff at you.
Yeah, I don't want to paint the UK some.
Well, I think I mentioned it last week. Sometimes I forget, like, Slim, when you and I go out in public, I forget that people aren't used to how you look.
Yeah.
But I think the issue there is
And
we've got a
it
very
pisses me
narrow.
off. Well,
Well,
I hate like people hating on him, and it pisses me off.
yeah, we
But
have
then
a
I'm
very
like,
narrow definition of feminine and what is feminine and what is masculine. And this is again, this isn't a deliberate pun or anything. We're in a transitional period where, I mean, when I was a child, there was only transgender was very rare, very rare. There was what we called a transvestite in the area, very flamboyant, big straw
Well,
hat, a beard,
actually, a lot of
bang,
people don't understand, and a lot of people think that they had very few transgendered people back in the day. But to be honest with you, transgender, it's been around for
Oh yeah,
quite a number of
yeah.
years, even
Yeah.
several hundred years,
I'll
actually.
rephrase that then. There was very
It's just
few
they did.
out
we
transgender,
saw
very
this
few
event
visible
last week too.
transgender.
Sorry to
So,
look over you.
so when we get this, someone will misgender you deliberately or otherwise.
Oh yeah,
That's
I've had
because we
people
have,
misgender me
yeah,
deliberately on purpose
yeah,
just to piss me off.
yeah,
I've even had a doctor do that to me.
Yeah.
My ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor, she constantly misgendered me deliberately, and every single time I corrected her, she would scowl at me. I'm no longer a patient of hers for a reason.
yeah.
And
See,
that's a doctor.
Yeah. What's this thing? Like, stupidity is an attribute people can have regardless of any other personality trait. You might, it's like you might be a doctor or a surgeon, but you can still be a fucking moron.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, as I
And
say,
unfortunately, that is just out there. It's just something that, as Slim knows as well as I do, you look a certain way and you appear a certain way, you're going to get a lot of hate just because people wish that they could be what they want to be, but they've always been told that they can't.
Yeah,
and so they kind of passive aggressively get it out on you, trying to punish you for being who you are.
I think the most dangerous one of that is the ones that just want to touch you, but they can only.
Oh my God, no,
has to
like
be
that
aggressive.
legitimately freaks me out, especially
Yeah.
during this entire pandemic. I have had people just walk over and try touching me and like I have severe OCD issues with people touching me as it is. And
Sorry, what do you mean touching you?
No, like come over and grab a hold of my hair and start touching my hair to see if my hair is real or not.
What?
As though I'm wearing or as though I'm like a statue, and they can just touch whatever part of me they want. And it's been men and women, old and young.
People walk up to me and just grab my arms or grab my face. I've had people come up and grab my face and go, "Can I look at your face?" I'm like, "Whoa, motherfucker! Like I didn't say you could touch me, dude."
Yeah.
Like
legitimately.
And in no way try to draw a
I'm
parallel.
happy
It's
to
like
ask
being heavily
any
tattooed
questions
for
if you
people.
actually give a shit, but please don't grab me. Like I've actually gotten hurt. Like dudes will like twist my arm like this, like.
See,
I have a few.
I feel there is
Or,
a
like grab my
little
hair,
difference.
or like same grab my face, like oh your makeup, like.
Hold on, one at a time, yeah.
Can I?
Real quick, Ed, and then Tusk.
I do feel there is a difference though between choosing to do a body mod and just being a trans person. There's like a choice when you choose to do body modifications. Doesn't give other people still consent to touch you, obviously, but also just being as a trans person, that also does not give anybody the right. But I also feel like you can't really compare them.
What I was about to say, this is in no way trying to draw a parallel or conflate being a transgender person with being heavily tattooed or pierced or modified. It is an invasion of personal space, but no one's ever attacked me for having tattoos. I've never been beaten for it, or I've never been refused service or so on. So it's no way trying to draw a parallel there at all.
Yeah,
but I do know several people who are openly gay, and they have been attacked and beaten in the past by people who just wanted to touch them, but they were ashamed of their own latent homosexuality, so they attacked them and beat them. But they said the beating wasn't like a normal, like a punch to the head. They were groping them. You know, I think those are the most dangerous ones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but I don't want to paint the UK as some kind of rainbow utopia because it's not.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
if that happened, if
it's
what
like
happened to
different
For No
types of
Reason,
things.
yeah, if what happened to
But
For No
each have
Reason
like a
happened in a
different
shop in the
so.
UK, the shop would be shut down and all the staff would be fired within a week.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
These things have happened to me on the bus, but I've had people like say that can't be a girl with like a shaved head, but boys don't have earrings, so what is that? You know, like I
Oh
have
my
had
god,
people
yes.
question my existence and get really aggressive towards me about it. But I chose to shave my hair and give myself earrings. It doesn't make it okay though.
Yeah. As I say, we're going through a transitional period now where people are having to redefine what's feminine, what's masculine, and if any of that even matters.
Well, at the end of the day, it really doesn't. If a person wants to dress feminine, you should be able to look at them and just go, okay, you're dressing a certain way. How do you want to be asked? You look at another person and you can see that they just want to dress as a they. Then you can go, okay, then you're a they. That works for me. And then the same with a he. It's just
do you know
ask.
do you know the movie? Do you know the movie Easy Rider?
Yeah.
There's a line in Easy Rider where I can't remember who it is. It's Peter Fonda or Dennis Hopper that says those people hate us because we're what they can never be. We're free.
Yes,
And
that's
they hate
exactly
us
what I was
because
talking
we're
about
free.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I was talking about earlier. By Slim and I have had a lot of people hate us. I have a septum ring in my face and piercings and all that and tattoos that are very, very visible.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people throw drinks at me, slushies, food, just walk by, punch me and stuff like that.
I've been
Just
spit
growing
on.
up.
Yeah.
Spit on, all of that kind of stuff. Kicked for no reason, sitting there and just have your chair knocked out from underneath you. Yay, thanks. That was so sweet of you. Nice. But at the same time, there's also this other weird half that I will also acknowledge. People will also try to treat you like a unicorn. Like they'll go out of their way to do their most to try to be your friend in an awkward kind of a way too.
Yeah, it's the people that don't know how to talk to you. So they talk to you in sexual innuendo and.
And at the end of the day, I'm just like, can't you just talk to me like a normal human?
Yeah.
Just remove a lot of this stuff and just go, hi. Would you like this? Because I came into your store to buy something.
I've said this to people, friends in the past, or not just friends, just other people, everyday people. When they see somebody who's like openly trans or flamboyant or whoever they are, they're quite happy. And they go, do you know what they're thinking? They go, what? Exactly the same as you. What's for dinner tonight? Can I afford to pay the bills? What will I watch on Netflix? Their thought processes are exactly the same as yours. It's not they live in some completely parallel world to us.
Literally everything you just said is exactly what goes through my mind on an average basis throughout the day.
It's this idea, let's say, like you're a unicorn, like there's some mystical creature who lives on a different plane of existence from the rest of us, and they try to puzzle you out. And it's like, no, I'm just a person.
Like you. Sometimes, like you go some places and you're just trying to It's all about confidence. If you're going to be trans, it's all about confidence. And if you're not confident, people will sort of spot you. I'm not saying they won't do it if you are confident, but it's more likely. But there's every now and again, you'll read something or you'll hear something or you'll go into a crowded area and you'll remember that you're trans because you just forget. You're just a woman at the end of the day. Yeah. And you're like, am I going to be okay going in these toilets? Because you've just read something online because some girl's been attacked in toilets for being trans or whatever, and there are little thoughts like that come into your head. But for the most part, it genuinely is, just chilling out, getting my groceries or whatever, doing my thing, getting my sandwiches, and people don't really notice you.
Just getting my sandwiches. Yeah. Is that I'm glad you brought that up because before you made that statement, I was kind of wondering, is it the same? A lot of trans people here in the US, It's exactly what you said. You just want to do your errands, walk about town, do your thing. As a straight old male from the South, I mean, okay, I'm not straight, but my partner is a dude, and that's cool. And I've never questioned my sexuality, even though I have explored like posing as a guy sometimes, and it started out of necessity. I think I talked about this last week. And before COVID, I was exploring performing as a drag king, but I wanted to do it different than the other girls did it because a lot of them do it like some douchey guy with a chin strap, and I wanted to be like a nice sensitive guy. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, well, that's what I was saying about even feminism. Like, I just want to feel safe wearing a dress on the bus and not get followed home and feel safe. That's all I want. Like, I'm not saying who's better, whether you're cis male, cis female, trans, binary, whatever. Can everyone just be nice?
Well, to be honest with you, yeah, that's really it. And Ox, honestly, that's exactly it. You don't have to feel bad or anything like that. You don't need to feel like you're walking on eggshells when you're talking to anybody. Just be nice. That's really the biggest thing I have to say to anybody. If you're talking to anybody, it doesn't matter, no matter if they're trans or not, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. Just be nice. Even if you don't agree with them, just go, okay, I disagree with you, and be polite and walk away. If more people did that, then I think a lot more tension would actually start going away.
Go ahead.
I agree.
Unfortunately,
and
people aren't. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Let's let Tusk speak right quick.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I was going to address Ox directly, but
I think
we're
we were
inside
going
chat.
to do the same thing.
Yeah. I just said I had a conversation with my mother a few years ago because I had a partner at the time who was Pakistani, and she was coming down for dinner or whatever. And my mum was like, "Oh, what if I say something that's offensive?" I said, "Well, would you normally say things that would be racist?" She said, "No." I said, "Well, just do that then." You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna say one thing before we let Et speak. As long as you will change if somebody asks you to. So if you say something that they might say, "Well, I don't go by that," or something, as long as you're willing to. Yeah. Okay, I won't call you that anymore. Or now I see what you're speaking about. I didn't see that before. Just let them know that you're open to change, and then you won't have to feel like you're walking on eggshells as much. Ed, go ahead. I feel like you had something to say.
And I was pretty much going to say exactly the same thing as Tusk. Like, would you normally say something purposely offensive? No. Well, then you should be okay. But also, if you do say something, acknowledge, respect, and learn. That's all you can do. And also, my little clapping noise was me just getting overexcited for Convince Me wearing makeup for the first time at work.
Yeah, and so
okay,
that's
thank you. You said the same exact thing I was going to say. I'm really happy for you. Convince Me. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so just to read it out loud, Conspiracy says, I've been working my job for over 2 years, and I'm about to go to work for the first time in makeup. So we were very, very proud of you, and we hope it goes wonderful. I'm sure that all your coworkers are going to take it without even thinking about it, and probably commend you on how beautiful you look, I'm sure. So let us know how that goes, and we'll talk about that the next time you're on our show, probably Saturday for Cookie and Biscuit, probably. We may be doing a couple other shows So if if anybody's available for those, I'll let you know about when those are happening. We haven't scheduled all the new shows that we're doing yet, so we'll get all that fingered out soon, and hopefully we'll fit more fingers in there sooner. Never mind. That's the after party. That's the shocker. Yeah, never mind. We'll talk about that later. So let's get back to our subject. So unfortunately, Raisin, I did find something about Florida. So we're gonna talk about Florida right quick.
Florida's real weird. No offense.
I'm married and have 3 wonderful kids, and our youngest child, who is 10, happens to be a transgender female. It's something that we've known about since she was 2 years old. We started seeing the signs. I didn't know what transgender meant at that time, so it was a lot of exploring and researching, reading, a lot of tears shed. What we were experiencing was very real. It wasn't going away. She was very consistent, very persistent about who she was from age 2. At first I was hoping that maybe it would be a phase, but I realized quickly that this wasn't going away.
So that's one of the main things I want to bring up while I'm thinking about it. Again, I'm sleep deprived, so when I think about something, I'm going to try to get it out before I forget.
Yeah, also. I'm like oversleeped.
I think a lot of us are sleep deprived here on the panel. But anyways, that's one of the things that you'll notice with transgender people is at a young age they will start letting you know what gender they kind of feel. That's how I was. I mean, I was running around wearing dresses and wearing my sister's makeup and playing with Barbies and stuff. I mean, I did play sports. I did play with G.I. Joes, but if I could trade my G.I. Joe for her Barbie, I would trade it in a second.
Yeah.
So,
and we've talked about that, like when I would trade with my brother for like his science stuff or things like that, because he really wanted my Barbies, and I was like, I can play with my Barbies anytime, but I would really like to play with your art set and your microscope and shit like that, and your like volcano, or you know what I mean.
yeah, totally.
I feel like that's like for our guests that are actual trans, Slim and I are not. Yes, we've questioned our gender roles because of these things. Like, I still love my Barbies, but I like science and math and laying on a bed of nails. And Slim's like one of the manliest men I know, but he'll still wear frilly panties. But neither of us are non-binary or trans or anything. I don't know. I'm queer, but I'm dating a big handsome man.
Let's get back to the video right quick, so we can keep progressing the topic.
Yeah.
By age 5, we let her transition. So she was in preschool when she transitioned, and she was able to start elementary school living her authentic life.
So what prompted you to become involved as an advocate for transgender issues?
We had our own experience when our child tried to do gymnastics here locally, and I was forthcoming and told the owner of the gym that my child was transgender. I knew with gymnastics that there was definitely an opportunity that they would find out. And so I was honest about it from the beginning, just to be fair. And I was told immediately that she would never be able to compete and that they would have to sleep on it. And they just couldn't decide because, they were a Christian gym, if that's something that they...
Okay, really quick, I just want to say that. What? I know this is a transgender female, so I'm going to put it this way.
Them treating her that way is the least Christian thing they could do.
Well, and not just that, but what little boy that wants to be a little girl doesn't go into gymnastics, right? I mean, you go into dancing or gymnastics.
Maybe he's a guy and he just happens to like gymnastics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why are you going to be so offended?
For example, I'm the, me, I'm the girliest girl. I have cats. I'm about to adopt more cats.
Yeah.
I like pink. I'm delicate. But I like camp, and I have like my own bow and arrow and like guns, and I like hunting, and sorry if you don't like, or if you're not into that, but like
well,
it's the middle ground.
What I'm getting at is obviously this person is going to want to get into gymnastics. That's not apparent, but yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Is this person is going to want to get into gymnastics? Who is it hurting that this little person is wanting to be in gymnastics?
Yeah,
seriously, like
if it makes sense, cool. I mean, I actually tried to get into gymnastics, but my dad was too poor because he decided to be a pastor.
It's not like this child is going to be able to like outbeat everybody in gymnastics, and gymnastics, isn't it? I mean, I guess it would be mainly female, but there is gymnastics of both sexes, I believe, right? So
yeah, she wanted to be on the girls' team.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was the problem.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see weird. But again, who is it hurting? Who is this honestly?
But there's something with her language she used earlier, which I hear over and over again, is when the parents talk about their child starting to transition. They say, "We hoped it would just be a phase. We hoped it would pass."
That's what my parents said. That's what my parents.
Yeah, that's so
I
sad.
hoped it'd be a phase.
Well, I suppose that's yeah. Okay, that's gonna throw me a little. Okay,
but I get what you're saying.
We hoped this wouldn't last. We hoped it would go away, and it's that idea that you've somehow failed.
Yeah. Because what that means is you want your kid to be normal. You're like, I just wish they would be normal. Just be a normal person, but unfortunately that's not how this works. And so my parents said the same thing when I was 14 and I wore a dress to school and then ended up in counseling and sent home and all that stuff. They said, we hoped this was a phase with you, but obviously it's not. So go ahead, Ed.
I think I mentioned this last week when my stepmom was like, when are you gonna be done with this geisha makeup thing you're doing?
Yeah.
And literally I'm doing the same I'm like in my 30s and I'm doing the same makeup.
Convince me, you were saying something real quick. What was that again, sweetie?
Yeah.
Convince me, you were about to say something. What was it?
Oh, I'm going.
Oh no, I wanted to ask you a question.
Go on,
You said you hoped it was a phase too. Was that because you could see the future out ahead of you and you thought, oh fuck, not this? Or was it?
Yeah, I mean, you sort of look as an adult, as a confused adult, and I was like, what's going on?
I just found a look that suited me.
Yeah.
Keep
going, conspiracy. Hold on. Let's let conspiracies finish because she's got to go in a second, and we just want to say how amazing you look, and we wish you the best of luck.
Your makeup.
I love your makeup.
Yeah.
Seriously, thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. Like, seriously, you look gorgeous, sweetie.
So really quick, let's let you finish on what we were trying to talk about. How you wished it was it would end, even though what were you thinking about that? Was Tusk was asking.
So when Right. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'll start again. When I was like an adult, when I was like 18, 19, and I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know I was trans. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what these things were. I just know I had weird feelings. And then you start looking into the future, and you're like, well, if I'm trans, that means like this can't happen, and this is going to have to happen, and this is going to have to happen. And then it's like someone that already sort of struggled fitting in socially. It was like a really big sort of. There was a choice to be made at that time. It was like, am I going to pursue this, or am I going to be miserable for the rest of my life? And that's the choice. When people say being trans is a choice, that's the choice. It's not, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? It's, do I want to be happy, or do I want to be miserable?
Mm-hmm.
And it was that was kind of why I thought I've had those feelings. Like, is it a phase? And it wasn't till I finally sat down with a gender therapist that I went home and I said to myself, right, it's not a phase. And sort of continued on my journey, as it were.
I just because I was interested in that because I had a couple of friends in the past. We were like all, I don't know if so we were all bikers and things like that, you know, and they realised that they were gay, and it was that kind of, oh shit, you know, because their whole life is about to change.
It is. It really is, because it's like, just imagine it. Just imagine yourself now as like, whatever gender you might be, if you're in the audience, whatever, and just imagine like tomorrow, you're gonna go to work in a dress, or you're not gonna wear makeup, and you're gonna have short hair, and it's like, do you know what I mean? Something that isn't completely outside of your normal.
Yeah. It's not a trivial thing. It's a life-changing moment. I get that.
And the way that society is going to portray you after this as well. That's another whole shocking thing to go through.
Yeah, but luckily, it was the complete opposite. It is a nightmare. I'm not going to lie. Being trans is a pain. You know, people will go out of the way to misgender you. People will be a pain. People will ask you really awkward questions at really awkward moments. Dating's a nightmare. There's, you know, it's not easy. Nothing like this is. Anybody with like these sort of things, it's nothing like this.
And what's really quick, what's funny about this is people say, "Oh, you're just trying to jump on the bandwagon so you can be popular, or whatever." Honey, this isn't easy.
Yeah,
this is
It's not something you can just.
Choice. Like, why would someone choose that? And
let me go ahead and just explain laser hair removal on the face. It hurts like hell.
Oh, yeah.
If you've ever had laser hair, you understand what I'm talking about. It's so incredibly intensely painful. For men out there, if you actually have a beard whatsoever, imagine being so hateful of your face and everything that you're willing to literally tweeze out every single hair one by one within a 1 day's span. Try doing that. That level of pain in itself is just not even a small trace amount of the pain that we go through just to transition. It's like tattoos. People go, oh, it's pretty. You're just doing it because you want to be popular and be in a fad. No, tattoos hurt like hell, and I chose the ones that I have for a freaking reason. That's just the facial hair. Surgeries and everything else are incredibly painful. I don't know why anybody would willingly want to cut open and have their body sliced apart and re-bonded back together just to look a certain way, other than it's something that is so important to you that you have to do it. It's almost life or death.
Yeah, this idea that it's some kind of quick fix to popularity, and look at me, I'm special. And like, you do realise this is a process that takes years, don't you?
Yeah, I've been doing this for over a decade and a half now, and HRT technically illegally for like almost 5 years now, and legally for 2.5 years now. I'm about to have a surgery soon, and I've already had a couple in the past with hair laser removal. Like, it's painful. The level of pain is there, and yet the ridicule will still come no matter what.
Yeah, really quick, before we continue. Conspiracies. Do you need to go? Should we
I
say
do.
goodbye?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you very much for being here, and you look wonderful.
Thank you
Thanks for the
for
comments,
answering.
Conspiracies, you're awesome.
Thank
See
you
you
for
again.
answering that question. I appreciate that.
Yep. Just message anybody that's got any questions like this. Message me on Discord or wherever you can find me. I'm happy to talk about it anytime.
Or
But
if you
that's me.
want to get a hold of her on Discord and you don't know how, message me and then I'll put you in contact together. And then we'll have you on again soon, Conspiracies, for all our other fun shows. So thank you very much, and you have a good day, night, whatever it is over there for you. And then let us know afterward what happened. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful, but just keep us filled in.
Fine. Oh yeah, be absolutely
Like-
fine. I'm not at all
And I
worried.
mean that in a they way, if you understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
They way, yes. Okay.
I'll
bye.
be seeing you soon, sweetie.
See you now.
Bye, lovely.
Bye.
I wish I could dial in her so
Well,
precise.
there's a few people I've spoken to in the past when they've been going through like a big transition like this with their sexuality or their gender identity, and they've all said the same thing. It was never a joyful moment for them.
No,
was
there's not one
always-
damn joyful moment in this entire
Yeah.
process whatsoever. If I could push a button and just be what I want to be, I would. And like what Conspiracies was talking about, that's what she was trying to say by, no, it would be nice if it were just a fad. Everybody kept saying, oh, it's just in your head, you don't really want to do that, it's not real. I wish it weren't. It would be so much easier just to wake up and go, you know what, I think everybody was right. I don't want to hurt myself for the rest of my life and go through extreme pain and agony and have to deal with social prejudices and everything like that. But I can't. It's not. I have to do this. I have to become the female that I know that I am. Otherwise, it's just completely destroying my psyche every single day. I tried to put on the other passado or the other bravado and everything like that, and it just drove me crazy. It literally made me cry all the time. I started finally finding happiness only after I started transitioning.
Yeah. Let's let Tusk say something, and then Sierra, and then Ed, and then I'd like to say something if we could.
Okay, as you say, so it's I'm still trying to understand the mental processes. So you're saying it's less of a choice and more like a compulsion, something you have to do this.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's something that I would have to do. There were many of the nights that I came close to killing myself just because of the thought of trying to continue on as a male was something that I just couldn't bear with. It literally drove me that crazy.
Yeah.
Tuska, you probably kind of understand that with your body modifications and your tattoos and stuff, kind of, right? Like you feel a little bit more whole as a person because you're modified in the way that you wanted your body to look.
Yeah, to a certain degree. Then I'm not saying I can understand, what it'd be like to go through such a massive change, but if I have to take my piercings out for whatever reason or cover my tattoos, I feel naked. I don't feel me.
Exactly.
I feel like a fraud.
Yeah. Exactly. And then that's what I think that is the main point of this is there are some days if I don't wear a dress in public, I don't feel like me. Like I don't know why, but I want to be in public in that way, and then I feel normal.
Yeah.
I was very suicidal and I was manically depressed until I tattooed my face. So I didn't even know how that was going to affect me, if it was going to be very negative or very positive, until I did it. And then once I did it, I was like, oh, I'm not lying to the public anymore. When people see my face, this is what that you all should see me as.
That's a great way. Yes, you're not lying to the public anymore.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, Slim.
A few weeks ago, I had to take my piercings out, and I went round to Etty's.
My aesthetic, of course, I want a bit more tattoos, but I look the way I want to look in
your mind.
Yeah. Well, a while back, I had to take my piercings out. I can't remember why. I was in hospital actually, and I went round to Etty's dad's house, and I walked in.
but
And
more
they all
extreme things that can't be seen. Like the
See-
next
see-
extreme
Sierra-
body mod I want is
Sierra,
belly button removal.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Sarah, hold on right quick. Let Tusk finish, and then we'll get back to you.
Okay.
Was it? Yeah, I had to take out my piercings because I had a hospital appointment, and afterwards I went down to Ettie's dad's house, and I walked in, and they all went, "Oh no, put your piercings back in. You look awful." You know, it was just like you look. It's horrible that you don't look like you.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah,
and I could feel, the missing weight and everything in my piercings. I didn't feel my lip ring. I couldn't feel it against my. It was just horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, this is a choice I've made that I can, I would get to live with it if I had to. So it's just, I said it's only recently in the UK that transgender ism, I don't know if that's the correct term, was treated as a mental illness, like an aberration. And it's only recently that's not the case, because it was assumed that you had some sort of disability or psychiatric illness, like body dysmorphia. And it was treated the same way as self-harm, where you could be hospitalised if you tried to go through the process. So it's just, I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like if I was to wake up tomorrow and go, oh shit, I'm a woman, and have to go through all of that process. I don't know if I would be able to do it. I really don't know.
That's one of the major things that we're trying kind of going over is to take that next step is not fun, or was not easy to say I'm going to change myself. So Sierra, go ahead and talk about you changing yourself, because you've done other modifications just then.
Well, I mean,
tattoos.
I felt like a bit embarrassed last week. Get my lips done, but I had like a different thing that I had a hard time healing, just because my body wasn't used to it. And then I got my my COVID thing.
The newest body modification, a COVID vaccine.
It changes your DNA.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like my white girlfriends, they're like, I do all these peels and all this shit and blah blah blah. I'm like, I really don't do shit to my face. I am out of the sun conveniently. But also, like, I just feel like you're as pretty like as you feel you are.
Yeah, and that's what most of this is about, is making yourself feel one with your being, or making your outside look like your inside, kind of.
Yeah.
Real quick, sorry, Emily. Yeah, you did miss conspiracies. Just go back and watch the video once it's done. Go ahead.
Well, just being in the like
Emily.
pretend modeling, and I joke like I tricked everyone into thinking I was a model, and it worked. But I saw that world, and I was like, I'm an artist. I'm not a model. But I'm so pretty, and Slim's so pretty. All of you are so pretty.
Tusk, what about Alan Turing?
Yeah, there was what happened to Alan Turing was a shameful stain on British history.
I believe I know, but if you know about it, please talk about it.
Alan Turing cracked the Enigma code.
I feel like we should be like on a budget version of like Mystery Science Theater.
Well, NASA does pay us, but we'll talk about that later. I have your NASA checks here, so go ahead, Tusk.
Right, Alan Turing is the man who broke the Nazi code.
Yeah.
Right, and well, not alone. He had help, obviously. You know, a group of scientists, and there's a great film about it, an absolutely great film about it, about his life. But he was homosexual, and at that time in the UK, it was illegal, punishable by prison.
Yeah.
Until 1969, I think it is in the was in the UK, you can still be imprisoned for being homosexual, and it was essentially a blackmailer's charter. You know, you could blackmail people, were blackmailed their entire lives. But so after the war, Alan was outed. You know, and he through letters he'd written to people, and so on, and he was caught in flagrante with a young boy, and he was given the option of prison or chemical castration, which was essentially a libido killer. There used to be a substance. I don't know if it was rumoured where it was actually used or not. I don't know, or to any great extent, called bromide, which was a libido suppressant used to give to soldiers in World War II. Right.
Okay.
Because it was a major sausage fest. Obviously, these guys are together for months and months and months at a time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alan Turing, it was such a sad story, and eventually he committed suicide.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't live that life anymore, where he had to I think he had to go to the police station once a week and sign a homosexual register. You know, and declare himself, you know, as not a threat to children and things. Absolutely disgraceful. But yeah, Nimrod's right. What happened was absolutely shameful, and the UK, for all its as a relatively liberal and progressive society, has a few shameful secrets that it would like to, you know, brush under the carpet. Oscar Wilde, of all people, one of the greatest writers and playwrights, you know, of his and any other generation, was in prison for being gay. You know, at a time where, well, I'm not going to get into all that. It's completely off topic. But yeah, what happened to Alan Turing is shameful.
It's very horrible. And whatever chemicals they gave him for his chemical castration actually gave him a lot of pain for 2 months, or I don't remember how long it was, but it was a very horrible thing he went through.
Compared to when you got your...
No, because he was drinking something.
I'm just saying, is the pain comparable?
No.
He was
internal burning.
He was taking poison.
Yeah, he was drinking.
Burned off his nads, basically.
No. He was drinking poison that killed his nads. So he drank something that caused his thing to shrivel and rot. So
he was forced to do
that. Yeah, and he was.
My balls were.
Yeah, exactly. Your lady testicles. Everybody's lady testicles should have hurt from that. Yeah. But anyways,
there's a video if you can find it. There's a few videos actually of the actor Benedict Cumberbatch reading Alan Turing's letters, and they're absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I've avoided them like the plague. My heart.
Everybody who's interested in the subject, please go and look that up and read those things. Let's try to get on a better subject than what we were just on. Really quick before we get into something more funny, and I'm just going to find a funny video for us to watch because we're almost at 2 hours, and we just need to. I think we need to leave on something funny. Before we get to that, though, Tucker Carlson from Fox News.
Oh, what did that jackass say?
No, it's to fuck that guy.
Exactly. And so they found that in his yearbook from high school.
Oh, yeah, they found his college yearbook, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a college.
I think it's his college yearbook.
Yeah, I think you're correct. We're going to find a palate cleanser.
Do I look cute?
You look wonderful, honey. You always look wonderful. We're gonna show the video that you sent me about feminine consultations in the trans community or something.
So
we'll talk about that in just a second. I just want to say what Tucker did in his yearbook. He said that he was a part of an organization that was run by the gentleman who killed the first gay senator in San Francisco.
Milk?
Well, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, and so as a joke, Tucker Carlson thought it would be funny to say he was a part of an organization that kills gay senators. So he's a horrible person, and if you could ever like boycott him, or I mean, we can't really do anything because he's a gazillionaire from rich people. I mean, he's got so much money.
Got, like,
so
I can't.
I'm guessing that they're talking about Harvey Milk.
Yeah, I believe that's who that person was that did that. What he was is he was a senator at one point in San Francisco. He left to open up a potato stand selling potatoes on the carnival circuit, or like somewhere in a little stand. That didn't work out. So then what he did is he went and killed 3 different gay people, or 2 different, and one of them was the first openly gay senator in San Francisco. And then Tucker Carlson said that he is a part of that organization that says that that's good. So no, he's a complete douche nozzle. And so just going off that, we're going to nosedive right into this video, and we're going to show this, and then we'll show some more funny. This is what we're going to try to do.
There is a person whose literal job is to coach trans women and to teach them how to be quote unquote more feminine. My initial reaction is a little bit of a cringe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I feel like the idea of a cis woman teaching trans women what it means to be a woman is kind of weird.
Well, just the concept of having a cis female try to show a transgender woman how to be more feminine is ridiculous, because there's really no definition.
Really quick, before we keep going, I don't know about that. Is it? I mean, to some extent, we talked about this, I think, last week. Yeah, you might want somebody who is trans to help you, but again, if your homegirl is trying to help you put on your makeup, girl, just take her advice. I mean, I don't.
Well, it's that American thing, isn't it? Though the life coach for every aspect of your day.
Yeah.
But see the thing here. Oh, sorry.
Like, and this is from a few years ago. I think this was like 2015, something like that. And a lot of trans men to women at that time were seen as like prostitutes or flamboyant, stuff like that. So
yeah,
it is a bit cringy, but
well, that's why we're discussing. Yeah, that's why we're discussing it for sure. And go for it.
Because she found a niche where she was like, a lot of like trans people, men and women, don't want to have like a certain aesthetic, like professionals.
Yeah. Well, Ed, did you want to say something?
Yeah. First off, I find that a little weird that somebody would say that a little bit, but this is just like my first initial reaction. Obviously, I don't know her story or why she's saying it like that, but I kind of feel like if somebody asks for your help, like, that's fine, but what I deem as feminine and what that is not the same as what somebody else would. So I feel like there needs to be a different level there. What I see as feminine is strong and a good sense of self. It doesn't mean pink and Barbies and that stuff. It just means existing. and being confident in that.
Yeah, I was saying
And
earlier on,
I
our
actually,
vision of feminine is still stuck in the old hips, lips, and nips. You know, and we have to get past that. You know, Marilyn Monroe's feminine. You know, Clint Eastwood's masculine. These paradigms.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
but I can see the point if you're a young
but
trans woman
as
and you're
someone
just
that,
coming out for your first time and you don't know how to behave, you don't have a strong female role model in your life,
yes,
then you go to one of this class, which obviously I don't want to prejudge, but I'm guessing it's going to be more like a drag show than actually being feminine. You know, it's going to be an exaggerated character.
yes,
You know, it's
and
not going
that's
to
what
be
drag is
just a
all
normal.
about.
Yeah, but that's not what you are as a trans person. You're not a clown show. It's
Well,
how do you be
and
feminine?
that's what
But
I was
then
gonna say.
it's
Like,
these paradigms of feminism that this is promoting.
I understand, but I don't promote those things. But if someone finds empowerment through like whether it's like drag shows, Cosmo shows, things like that, I'm okay with that.
I mean,
absolutely,
I get
absolutely.
that, but drag also is not the same as being a trans person.
Yeah, and it's not. It's certainly not feminine in the way that it's an everyday. If you want to blend in and you want to be a trans woman and just be and have a normal day, then I think that's maybe the wrong way to go about it. To make yourself stand out.
So let's put it.
This is what this girl is trying to do. So play the clip.
So what this is trying to get at is if you've been a boy your whole entire life, or you've been acting like a man your whole entire life, and you want to actually transition into a woman, this is how to help you get feminized, or to learn how to put on makeup, or how to become more feminine. Wear your bra or wear a dress, or how to zip up your own dress, or so what it is just helping you transition from one sex to another, because unfortunately for a lot of people, they may not have come out until their 20s or maybe even later in life. So if you're in your 60s, let's just put this out as a hypothetical. Say you're in your 60s and you say, finally I'm going to come out and I'm going to be a trans woman, right? You don't know how to do your makeup. You know what I'm saying? So this is a comfortable place for these people to go and learn how to be feminine in public. And so it's not an over exammination. It's not.
No. That's
And
not
also this
what I
girl
meant more
seems
was
to have like a genuine feeling for her clients.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
what they're going through.
What I was trying to
Like,
say,
at
maybe
first I
one
thought she was kind of a dick. Like,
Yeah, no, I know,
I
and I
think-
get what you're both saying for sure.
I think I worded it poorly. What I was saying is like with the gender barriers, we're slowly chipping away at them. You know what it means to be male and female, masculine and feminine. To say now you're going to be a trans woman, so you have to learn how to put makeup on and zip up your dress, is just buying back into those very strict ideals and ideas of what feminine and masculine are.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. But if you would like to learn how to do your makeup, then that's a possibility.
Yeah.
But I do get what you're saying, and saying that it is fitting people into that paradigm or into that that way of life.
Well, and I understand also, like, I get what like her goals, but I also don't agree with the whole like doing it to like doing your makeup to where men would agree with it.
Yeah, okay. Let's watch a little bit more, and then we'll talk about it. And then I'm gonna find something really funny for us to watch to end this, so that we can clean our palate.
I'm a bit tired. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So let's just watch a little bit more, and then we're and of course, Eddie Izzard is awesome performer.
Yeah.
So, let's watch a little bit more of this, and maybe we'll watch some of that. We'll see.
Definition of what feminine is.
I just think that there's no A type of woman.
There are a lot of trans people out there who do not want to conform to that standard of femininity.
Femininity doesn't have to be heels and a dress.
It can be, yeah, I don't know, docks and pants. Like, that's what I like wearing every day, and I think I'm feminine.
If she's like, showing them how to do nails, hair, really get there, if that's what they want.
Lovely suit. Are you looking forward to burning it?
I guess I'm all for it.
You have the gray skirt.
Gray skirt is folded up in here.
Okay. I'm Monica Prada, and I work as a feminine image consultant.
We can do the great sweater over.
Novashi is my business, and it's a business in which I help individuals who are transgender, transitioning, or exploring gender fluidity present their best feminine self.
Or if you want to, you can do the really pretty wrap dress. Like,
There's
Whatever.
that.
I'm wearing a dress, so who cares?
When I initially found out what Monica's job description was, the feminist in me was like, fuck that, man. What do you mean you're teaching people to be more feminine? Like, why? I've always been very conscious of the fact that I'm a woman because of the way I've been treated, the way my life has been at work, at school, and I've always had a vagina. So society has treated me
What?
accordingly.
You always had one?
Sometimes frustrating.
Sorry.
Hello, Chrissy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
My name is Kristen Browdy. I'm an attorney.
So tell me, what are you guys doing today?
So
We're just
right
gonna
now
watch
we're
a little
basically
bit
just
more of
going
this and
through
we'll
the clothing
discuss.
that I had Chrissy bring.
Most of my
it's a bit
practice is
long.
matrimonial and family law, and I also do some civil litigation.
Do the sheer black tights and the new Gucci pumps.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
That's kind of.
Okay. So this looks great.
So sad.
Okay, I don't think we need to see that much more. I don't think we need to see more of that. He was just going to talk about the legality. I don't know exactly where that was 100% going.
Okay,
but
so I this one I watched till the end. I didn't expect to include the whole thing in our feed, but it seemed like she kind of sympathized, but also what's to say what means being a woman. I mean, I'm a freaking asshole, but I cook and clean, and I'm basically like a Freakshow housewife in my life. So when I see this, I'm like, oh, am I not a lady?
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make before there. It was like, who says that's what feminine means? Yeah.
But
I mean,
also,
if that's what people want to do, then fine, go ahead.
Yeah.
But be aware that you're just buying into an outdated version of what feminine means.
Yeah, totally. It's they didn't word it right. If you're trying to transition and you would like to learn how to put on makeup or to wear certain types of clothes, you don't have to call it feminization, because that sounds.
Well, I feel like it should be a realization of yourself, just like you and I have done.
Yeah.
Like, our aesthetics. Oh man, I feel like a hipster. But you know what I mean.
Your aesthetics. Sorry.
We feel strong in our how we present ourselves.
Yeah.
No matter how different it may be, and it doesn't have anything to do with gender or anything. And I just feel like it's more to do with gender norms, and that's fine. You know, that's cool, but it's kind of sad too.
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to progress is the blurring of the lines between gender, where you don't have to be this or that, or I mean, I'm trying to be in between. That's why I call myself a cyborg, or I say, call me Slim. I'm not he, she, them, they. Just call me Slim, because that's what it's easier for me, because one day I'll be a woman and one day I'll be a man. So it's easier for you to just call me Slim, no matter what it is. It's just an in
That's
between.
okay.
It's like that guy there. Say,
Even though I identify as a woman,
yeah,
I'm still queer and I love my man, but I mean, I'll bake a casserole,
okay.
but I will also
the person in the video there.
do target practice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead, Tusk.
I was saying the person in the video there, Kristen, the attorney. It says very male presenting, wears a suit, briefcase, lawyer, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then they go straight to the opposite side of that, wearing Gucci pumps, little black tights, a little black dress, and they've missed out the entire spectrum. They've just gone from left to right, and they've missed out the entire playing field.
See, I understand if that's what they want. That's fine.
But is that what they want? Because they don't know that there is an entire spectrum.
Are they teaching somebody something that doesn't need to be sexualized in that way? Let's put it that way. Is probably the right way to put it.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because sometimes you just need to let kids just free for all, do what they do.
It's really funny to watch the little boys and girls wear the different clothes and run around and play house in different ways. It's fun. So just let them do what they want to do.
I wore my brother's clothes just because we were poor.
Yeah, and not just that.
I was still like a girl, but I liked my Barbies, but I also liked science and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And again, who cares? Not to
Is
say
that
who.
gender specific? Is science gender specific?
Gender is not sexist, to the best of my knowledge, but so let's get on to a more lighthearted subject.
Yeah.
Nimrod, I'll be whatever you want me to be, honey.
Hey, Slim.
So you.
Slim, sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I'm just very tired.
Yeah, if you want to bow out, you totally can. I'm just going to show a funny music video and then show something funny. So, I mean, if you would like to bow out, then say goodbye.
I might take a 15-minute break and come back, but yeah, it's just the shot. And I should check on Craig because he's been hella sick.
Okay, well, just.
So I might be back. I might not be back. Love you guys.
Love you too, sweetie.
Yeah,
Can we just talk about how good my makeup looks?
It looks
seriously, awesome. Sweetie, you look on point. I love it.
I feel a bit back more to myself, shaving my eyebrows.
Why? They look good. You feel confident in them, so they look good on you.
Oh, thanks, baby. All right, well, I'm gonna sign out for a sec. I might pop back in, but I need to take a nap. Check on my dude.
Okay.
He's very cute.
So I'm gonna show this before I show the other funny thing, and then we'll get out of here in a couple minutes. It won't be that long.
Way down south in a tropical land, when it's time for a boy to become a man, and soon he will be trying
to get laid.
The elders gather around and say, if you want to get lots of play, just learn these words and soon you'll have it made.
My favorite song in the world.
Lip, licky, licky, lick a labia, limbo, lick her lovely labyrinthian loins. Sing Kamana Wally, Clamana, wanna lick ya highway up the old wazoo, baby. Lip, licky, licky, learn to like it when you lick it, when it's sticky, lucky, licky some more. You learn to like a lick a lady, lady like you, and you'll likely score.
And when young women come of age, the elders gather around and say, it may sound dumb, but to make men come a-running, all you've got to do is hum.
Highway up the old wazoo, baby.
And they're not done their lessons yet until they've mastered this duet. Cause everybody knows it feels sublime to sing these songs at the
Same time. Down Owazoo, baby.
Learn to like it when you lick it, when it's sticky, lucky, licky some more. You learn to like a lick a lady, lady like you, and you'll likely score. And of course, there's always one or two who see it from a different
Point of view. Oh yeah. Down the old wazoo, baby.
You learn to like a lick a lady, lady like you, and you likely score. You learn to like a lick a lady, lady like you, and you likely score.
Oh, I love that song so much. So great. Everybody check out the wet spots. They're wonderful. So I think that was a palate cleanser. What do you all think?
I think that was one
It
of the
was definitely different.
That was awful.
It was a little painful.
That was fucking terrible.
That's what's so great about it is.
No, it's not. It was horrible.
You have to check out their other tracks. They're hilariously as bad as that. There's this Spank Your Neighbor. There's a Take It in the Butt. There's all kinds of fun songs that they do. So I'm gonna look up one more track. Does anybody want to talk about anything before we close out? Let's say our goodbyes before I find this last song from Dick Cheese, and we'll end it with Dick Cheese.
Must we?
I just realized we did a whole conversation, but Mistress Raisin did not say her feelings on that video.
Oh, it's okay. I was just letting everybody else say what they wanted to say.
What did you feel about it?
Well, which video?
The last one we just watched.
Well, not
like
the
I said, it was different. It was definitely different.
Oh no, the one before that.
Oh.
About the feminine instructor thing.
That's just a very, very large can of worms. To be honest with you, femininity is just however you really want to take it. Everybody has different forms of femininity. Look at Dolly Parton. She actually grew up in a certain small area where all of the hookers were the ones that she found to be the most attractive, and they were the ones that looked the trashiest with the really big implants and over-exaggerated facial features, and that's the reason why she is appearing the way that she is. That's what she finds to be beautiful and feminine. Yet there are other women who I have met in my entire life that they don't need anything like that whatsoever. Take, for example, my wife. She typically dresses in male t-shirts just because she finds them more comfortable. She doesn't associate as being male whatsoever. She is incredibly feminine, and she actually prefers to have a nice, like, rockabilly theme going on whenever she wants to get dressed up. But she will also wear just blue jeans and a male t-shirt, where I'm usually the one who's constantly always in a skirt because that's what I find to be the most comfortable. It doesn't mean that you have to wear a skirt to be feminine, but if that's what you find to be feminine, then go for it, rock it. As far as going to somebody to be taught how to be feminine, that person in particular used a few keywords that I did not quite like. Is she kind of seemed to have a passive aggressiveness towards it, but at the same time trying to help people. I think she found satisfaction in helping people, but not necessarily in helping transitioning individuals.
The way she kind of went, well, I'm wearing a dress, nobody cares, sort of thing. Like, I was like, oh, okay then.
Yeah,
because
that's
as if
kind of
that's
my
not
point.
help for them.
Well,
I think I've had friends of mine who are male, and they've been wearing dresses right next to me, and they're very male bravado. They just happen to like wearing dresses.
I think the word says she's a feminist instructor, a feminine instructor. I think the correct term is scammer.
Yeah,
yeah.
To be honest with you, yes.
One
There
of
is
the
no
things
such thing as a feminine instructor.
One of the things that I didn't notice that they were offering was different options to femininity. And that's what you should be offering. You can say, oh, you can wear a pantsuit. You can wear this. There are different ways to be feminine. And I'm not pigeonholing you, because that's what it seemed like. It seemed like they were like, oh, if you want to be feminine, you got to look like an anime girl. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
yeah,
you know,
like
the whole thing
take for
was
example the whole like having to cook and everything like that. I don't understand that because my uncle was one of the most bravado men that you can find. He rode motorcycles and everything. He even was in a gang, and his name was Creature. He was a chef. That was his job. He cooked all day long. You want to tell me cooking is a female thing? Yeah, go take it up with him. My father, he was constantly doing the dishes and everything, constantly doing the housework.
Yeah,
but he served 2 terms in Vietnam. You want to call him a woman? That's funny. Yeah, see how well that goes over.
I think her whole
That's just
thing
my
was,
house husband.
yeah, I do all
But
the
that's my
cooking and
point.
stuff.
Like that's
don't
not a
have-
feminine
yeah.
role or a masculine
Yeah.
role. It's just
Yeah.
something that needs to be done. It's
Yeah.
just like brushing your teeth. It's something that needs to be done. There's no male or female
Yeah.
way to do it.
Yeah. Either you can do it in a suit and tie, or you can do it in a dress, or in a maid outfit.
Or you can do it naked,
never
like I
mind, never-
usually do. Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
never mind.
or that. So again, it matters on how you do things, on how they are
Yeah.
perceived, and or you can make things masculine or feminine if you want them to be, or they can be gender neutral. It just matters on how you do things, because you can be cleaning the house hot as fuck as a man, you know, and being masculine and doing it like, look, I'm power washing the walls, yeah, you know. So again, it's how you do these things that makes them that. And what you want to do is you want to give people the option on how to I want to say genderize, but I know that's like probably not a natural word.
Just kind of removing the gender of. Another example that I was going to say is there's a TV show here in the United States called All Girls Garage. I absolutely love it because these 3 girls, until one of them passed away because she was actually trying to set a land world speed record
We
out
know
in
about
the
her.
Sahara Flats. Until
we
she
know.
passed away, she actually they all 3 worked on cars. I loved watching them. I love cars. I'm not ever going to give up my passion for cars.
Yeah, again.
But I'm still feminine. I still have very long, very painted nails. I actually just had them done today. I still have long hair. I still put on makeup. But I will also go out there and work under a car.
And before we get to this next video, because we probably should wrap this up, because I think some of the there's 2 people here that probably want to go to bed because it's probably pretty late for them.
Oh my God, yes, it's got to be so late for you.
Please, go for it.
Well, I went to help my drag mom take her cat to the groomers, and the entire time the groomer called the cat she, but he's a boy. doesn't really matter. We didn't like say or do anything, you know, and then we went out and then came back, and then the groomer, she was still calling the cat a girl and give it a pretty bow, and I went, oh, he looks good in pink, you know, and then because he suits pink, he had a little pink bow and he looked really cute. And then the groomer went, what do you mean he? I've been calling him her the entire time. And I'm like, oh, sorry. And then she took off his beautiful little pink ribbon and gave him a blue one. I was like, what the fuck? Are you forcing gender stereotypes on a cat? On a fucking
God.
cat?
Yeah, it's like those people, you meet them and you go, oh, lovely dog, what's his name? And they go, actually, it's a she. So, well, I'm sorry to your dog, because I'm sure it gives a fuck.
Yeah. There's no pet that's actually really tripping about their gender role.
Yeah.
But
he looked so cute and pink,
No.
and then
All I have to say is the day that a cat or a dog talks to me about their gender roles is the day I'm going to have a nice conversation with several news agencies.
Well, see, that's the thing is I'll put my male dog in a dress, and I'll put my female cat in a suit. I mean, that you know.
I just was going to say, Mr. Schrazen, the day you have a conversation with a cat, you'll be having a longer conversation with some, you know, well-trained medical professional.
That's when the nice men. That's when the nice men come and put you in that jacket that you get to hold yourself.
They bring the better,
and then
they
you
bring
get
the best pills.
to go. Yeah, and then you get to go to that room. It's really fun to padded. You know, you can bounce on all the walls, and it's really fun.
Here's something that's been annoying me. It's just that video. I forgot her name now. The advisor, you know, feminist advisor. It's been annoying me. She's saying what's feminine is what I look like. She's so full of herself.
Yeah.
She thinks she's what feminine looks like, and everybody has to look like her.
I do hope
That's
there
what's
was a
been bothering me.
misunderstanding, and she meant me being a woman is whatever I look like, therefore that's feminine.
No.
I
Those-
hope that's what she meant.
I think they're
but I don't think it is.
I think they're
Those were
scam
hardcore.
artists. I think they're snake oil salesmen.
Oh, they're taking
Is
advantage of
what I
it.
really think it was. Unfortunately, I don't think Sierra really looked into the video further than just seeing that somebody was teaching trans people to be feminine, not against her. I mean, I'll talk about this with her again. I see what she was seeing in it, but again, it actually was kind of toxic as well. But it was good that we got to talk about it.
There was a thing a few years ago. It was for like rap stars who were coming up, you know, getting into the music world. And there was a guy, I can't remember his name, we'll call him John, that wasn't his name. But he was there to teach them how to talk properly, not to talk ghetto anymore. Right?
Yeah.
And there was a young singer, her name was Diana. And she introduced herself, said, "Hi, my name's Diana." And he went, "Did you say Diana or Guyana?" Right? And she clearly hadn't said Guyana. You know? He put her on the back foot straight away, going, "Oh, white people won't understand the way you speak. You have to pay me $500 a day to teach you to, you know, speak properly." And that's exactly what she's doing. She's saying to people who want to transition, "You're doing it wrong. Do it my way, and you know, give me all this money."
Yeah, well, that's the snake oil salesman saying that.
Yeah.
So, everybody say goodnight to Nimrod.
Good night, Nimrod.
Bye.
Take care, Nimrod.
And then I have no idea why you're saying this, conspiracist, because you sound very feminine to me, and I love your voice, honey. So
Conspiracy,
don't ever,
that sounds
don't
so
ever
sweet.
say that.
Seriously.
I'm pretty sure we're being trolled there.
Yeah, I think you're being silly. You're being silly there, honey, because you know.
That's how you feel. Your feelings are valid, but none of us that have heard you feel that way at all.
So if you are making a joke about going beep 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 like an actual chick, like a baby chicken, then we'll talk about that. And you have a voice modulator that can do that, anyways, honey. So no, but you definitely sound very much like. I think that you want in your head to have us hear. You know what I'm saying? Like we hear you as I think you want us to hear you. right? Does everybody agree with that? She sounds very feminine, and or I don't know what she's.
Yeah, we're definitely being trolled now. Right.
Right. Okay. Because I was like.
Okay. So.
When you talked,
Yes.
you
Yes.
said
You
I
do.
was what?
You
But,
sound like a girl, and you probably throw a ball like a girl too.
Yeah, and if I
Really
spoke
well?
and if I spoke wrong about that, you can punish me later, conspiracies. So going on from that, let's keep going. I just want to show one more thing before we leave tonight, and I want to say really quick, thank you very much to everybody who was here and everybody in the panel. Let's just have everybody give their closing thoughts before I show this, because then I'll just end it after this. Ed, what do you want to tell us or let us know, and or talk about what you're doing in the future? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, with us trying to promote your interview thing.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do little interview between Slim streams sort of thing on the Sundays. And I'll be interviewing. It'll be Etty's Hobby Corner, where we sit and talk about hobbies and other things such as.
Yes.
I'm not selling it very well.
No, at one point in time, hopefully on Sundays, we're going to have an hour-long thing where Ed interviews someone, and it's just kind of a casual conversation, family-friendly-esque, between Ed and somebody else, to kind of break the ice, and then eventually we're going to get you to do some gameplay. Correct? We'll talk about that later. So that's what we're working on right now to get that going between me playing Red Dead in the morning, and then we're going to do game night later on after Et's interview. Tusk, is there anything that you want to speak about or promote or talk about before we leave?
No, I was going to do a spoof on Dell. I think I mentioned it before, just do like a voiceover and things. But given the recent spate of copyright strikes and so on, I'm just going to stay out of that for now. So I don't have anything on the horizon at the moment.
Okay, well, keep your eye out for Tusk being on a handful of different channels. I'm not going to say who he may be on in the future, but always keep here for Slim's channel and Cookie's channel for Tusk to be on. Cookie and Biscuit may have Tusk on just to talk about some things on our channel as well. And maybe you just want to mess with him a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh dear.
Cookie and Biscuit said something about maybe having him on. I don't know. So we'll figure that out. I mean, talk about that. I mean, put something inside. I mean, never mind.
There is one thing I will say.
Yes. Yeah.
We didn't really get sort of too deeply into what tonight's subject was actually supposed to be. We kept sidetracking ourselves. So I would like to, if anybody's interested in going over, I know the legal stuff can be a little dry and a little dull, but there are things in there I think maybe people don't know about that are being legislated quietly through the back door that's going to affect everybody, whether they know it or not.
And it's not good.
Is there a way that you would like to go over that, or would you like us to go over that next week?
No one watches my channel, so there's no point in me talking about it.
So that's one of the things we're going to go over in the next couple weeks, is we're going to have all of us back on for this subject again. Like we said a couple weeks ago, this is not going to end for a while. So we're going to be doing transgender subject for a while. Next week we might do a pause and we might do another subject, but we will come back on it again and again and again, because until governments aren't freaking out about transgender rights, we're going to keep talking about it, because I can't not talk about it if people are being prejudiced against, or there being laws where kids who are taking hormones can't take hormones anymore. So we will keep going with this, Tusk, and we're going to have you back on. And I think for fun, we may start having male guest on our Saturday show just to have more fun with people. So we're going to open it up, and then we're going to have Sundays is our game night, and we are going to have most of our guests on there as well. And we'll be playing Cards Against Humanity, and we'll be playing the different jackboxes. And that I believe that iNetwork is going to involve us in some of that, and then we're all going to be playing together with a bunch of people. So that should be a lot of fun. And so we'll have everybody back on for that. So thank you very much, Tusk. Raisin, is there anything you want to speak about before we peel out of here and yeet?
The only thing that I could really say is I do have a stream tomorrow night with Chrissy on their channel, Chrismer and the Derp Squirrels. We're just probably going to be doing Cards Against Humanity or Among Us or something like that. It's just a game channel with a few of our friends. And on Saturday, Bunker 33 will be having a very interesting guest that has been going around a little bit. That's all I'm going to mention. Hopefully you'll be there to find out who it is.
Are you a mod in my chat?
I am not in your chat at the moment because I'm on my phone, unfortunately.
Will you do me a favor, please, and send me a link to what you just promoted, and then I can put it in the chat so that everybody can find out where that's at. I'm almost positive everybody is, and sorry, Doctor Who, I will figure out how to fix all my links in the future. I know, I have too many things going on and I haven't fixed that yet. But anybody who is in the side chat who's a mod, please put all of your own links that you would like and that you want to promote. Go ahead, Ed.
Sorry, I just got glue on my hamster.
Don't glue your hamster, please.
Sorry, hamster is my mouse.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
I realized not everybody knew.
Yeah.
I'm not just playing as a hamster and covering it in glue. I don't participate in that sort of activities.
We don't kink shame here, but thank you for letting us know there was a difference. So before we get further into this, everybody put their links in the chat.
I just had Chrissy send the links to you on Discord.
Sweet, awesome. So we'll get to that in a second. And everybody put your things inside of the other things and then slide it inside of the other things and connect with the other people. So contact us on Discord
everywhere.
Yeah. Just slide into everybody's thingies. And we will all talk to you all soon. So thank you all very much. And you all have a good night, day, tomorrow, yesterday, time traveling, future, past tense, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll talk to you all soon. Thank you all very much. So let's end it with this wonderful video and see you all next. Wait, where did it go? Hold on. I thought I had it there. Oh, it is called Bacon Stripper. I didn't think no, I don't know. Well, we'll just go with that. I thought it was called something else, and I don't know if I actually know what we're actually watching. So let's just end it with this. This will be fun.
I can't.
Bacon Stripper.
No.
Let's welcome our very own Bacon
I'm already scared.
and Elijah. No one says you're nifty, and you look golden. And we both agree that human rights abuses are unfair. You understand your feelings, and you're not afraid to share. And I think I could do something with your hair. You smell nice and you look groovy, and we both like foreign movies. My mother says you have that touch of class. Well, I can see it shining future where we'll dialogue and nurture. But there's one last thing I feel I need to ask.
Do you take it in the ass?
There's no way you and me are gonna last. Do you take it in the ass? When it comes to crazy bottom, but unless you play the bottom, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take a pass.
What's funny is you think he's asking her, but just wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, what? All right, thank you all very much. You all have a good night.
Take care, everybody, and keep smiling.
Yes, and then we're gonna end it with this. So everybody say goodbye for the last time, and we're gonna end it with this hilarious video. So
For the last time.
Goodbye for the last time.
yes, goodbye for the last time until we see you in the next stream. Thank you all very much. We love you all, and thank you for all the thumbs up and all the comments and all the people in the side chat. And this is what happens if you have kinky neighbors. So keep that in mind.
It happens fairly often when we get to getting off, and then a soft and tender thud comes through the wall.
We know that they can hear us. It's their little way to cheer us on, since they apparently have no sex at all.
We suspect that they're a little shy. Yes, that must be the reason why they never seem to look us in the face.
We'll have to have a do where we invite them over to get to know us in a confidential way, and we'll say, hi there, we're your kinky neighbors. It's great that you came by to see Japan. Hi there, we're your kinky neighbors. How lovely that you brought your mom and dad.
Won't you step in and have a gin and tonic? We'll mix it up and serve it in a nice cold morning. Hi,
we're your kinky neighbors, and we know how to treat our neighbors right.
Have you met our friend Horatio? He's gifted at fellatio, but Geraldine's a top and somewhat frigid.
I see you have a massive fist. Are you sadomasochist? If so, Manuel can handle up to 20 inches.
Hi there, we're your
kinky neighbors. Thank you so much for calling the police. Hi there, we're your kinky neighbors. They've learned to show up with their truncheons greased.
You should be awakened by some screaming late at night. It only means their nipple clamps are on a little tight. So hi,
we're your kinky neighbors, and we know how to treat our neighbors right.
Hi,
we're your super duper kinky neighbors, and we know how to treat our neighbors right.
Hi.
All right. Later, you all. Thank you very much. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. Bye.